I am Bill Knowles. This is my wife Linda and our little girl Zoe, and this is our 2004 Jeanneau 54 DS.
Welcome to another edition of Boat Tour Tuesday by Sailing Doodles. This is the show where we introduce you to the cruisers we meet along the way, give you a little information about them and their boats. Jeanneau Yachts began building boats back in 1957 and is now part of the Beneteau Group. This is a 2004 Jeanneau DS, which stands for Deck Salon. It has a nice open cockpit and a spacious salon. This boat is owned by Bill and Linda, who have owned it since new in 2004. They are the founders of the Salty Dawg Rally, which heads from Hampton, Virginia, down to the Caribbean and the Bahamas. So let's talk to Bill and Linda and learn more about their boat that is actually for sale.
I grew up in New Bedford, Massachusetts, on the water, and when I was probably 3 years old, my father bought a Beetle Cat, Concordia Beetle Cat in Bagnara, Mass, and I've been sailing since that time. Got into something a little bigger later on with my wife Linda, and it worked out pretty well.
I always liked the water, but I was always a power boater. And when I married Bill, he had always done sailing. So we chartered a couple boats, and he taught me how. But we had a 30-foot sailboat to begin with. And our plan was to retire on a sailboat. And I said, fine, we'll retire on a sailboat, but it's not going to be a 30-foot. You want me to go with you, I'm going to go in comfort. And that's when we decided, when we retired, we'd get a bigger boat.
We got this at the Miami Boat Show of 2004 because this boat, this line of Jeanneaus, was being introduced to the U.S. market. And so this was a phenomenal opportunity to get into it. And when we walked on the boat, we couldn't believe the amount of space and the number of people that were able to sit on this boat, so it really fit into our plan quite quickly. This is a Jeanneau 2004 Deck Salon. What attracted the boat the most thing was Linda absolutely thrilled with the cockpit and the main salon and everything else. And we were looking at a Hylas and other boats, seemed a lot more confined than this. So this just worked out.
My ankle was crushed in a car accident years and years ago, so I'm handicapped in that regard. And this is when the boat started coming out with a dual helm. So to be able to just walk on and not have to go around things and try to step over things, it made my life a lot easier. And knowing that we were going down to the Caribbean and we'd be spending most of our time in the cockpit is so big that we decided, what's not to like, and then we went down below and it was big, and my cousin was with us and she had gone on the other boats with us, and she said, we were looking at the whole boat, and she said, you know how many people are on this boat right now? I kind of glanced around, I said, I don't know, 4 or 5? 13. And it was so big, you didn't, they were spread out, you didn't even notice. This is actually started in 2011, and the amount of boats varies from year to year. This year we have a fleet of 70. We've had as many as 119, and our smallest rally was our first rally, which was 32 boats. And I kept saying, why are they calling? Why are they emailing me? And George Day of Blue Water Sailing, the editor of Blue Water Sailing magazine, called us up and said, how would you like, I heard you're going to take some boats down as a group. How would you like for me to sponsor you and pay for your weather router? And Bill goes, well, that's great. And he said, well, you just have to give your rally a name. And that's how the Salty Dogs were born. Bill did a really good job with going to manufacturers and vendors and getting us a lot of benefits for the participants. When we were going down to the British Virgin Islands, the 1500 went at the same time. So there was no way we could go to Nanny Key and have all the boats. So Bill talked to John Glenn of the Bitter End Yacht Club, and he said, if you come to the Bitter End, we'll give you free moorings from the time you get down there to December 20th. So that was a no-brainer. I mean, that was a big attraction for people to want to do that. We had our weather routing paid for. We had a vendor that would make them ceramic mugs with a salty dog on it when we got down there. We had discounts at the supermarkets and at the jamborees, and so and because we made the BVI's our home, they considered us as locals. So they said, "Oh, you want us to help you? We'll do this," and it just grew. And so we had charts from MapTech Charts, gave us charts, and they're still sponsors, and guidebooks. If their boat wasn't ready to go the morning the rally was leaving, we didn't say, well, then you have to drop out. They said, when you get your boat ready, pond down, and they still had the weather routing and stuff. So it was just great.
We were very, very cognizant of making sure that captains understood what they needed and why. And there was nothing mandatory, no inspections.
Well, there was mandatory, they had to have 2 ways of checking in with their lats and longs every day, so that we just knew where the boats were. And we had shoreside trackers that would, stay here and make sure. If we didn't hear from the boat within a day, then we'd start sending out messages and stuff. And after 2 days, then we'd call the Coast Guard. But not before that, because sailors get busy. They have problems with their rigs or whatever, and so far it's worked.
We didn't dictate the fact that you had to have an emergency life raft. If you don't want one, that's your business. But we will show you why it's best to have one when needed, and hopefully you will say, "Oh, that's a good idea. I think I'm about to get one." We also didn't inspect boats because once you do that, you accept liability, and insurance is really expensive. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depends on how you look at it, getting older, problems start arising due to age, and I don't feel that it's fair to anybody for me to go offshore because I can't walk up on the deck, and when you're out in the ocean, the boat never stops moving. It's always rocking and always doing it. So it's been a wonderful boat. Very high performance. Sails like a dream. You can sail it alone. Never have to leave the cockpit to go up on deck. But then again, things happen. So you do go up. Especially when you see a pod of dolphins off the bow and you want to go up and watch them.
Yeah. All right, guys. How about you want to go do a boat tour?
It's up to you.
All right, let's do it.
You're the boss.
All right, let's do it.
All right, Bill, well, thanks for having me out today. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, well, so this is the Jeanneau 54DS. So tell me what you got. I guess you got the nice walk-through transom and all that here?
Yes, and it creates a lot of extra space in the cockpit, so it makes it very, very comfortable and a great party boat.
Yeah, it's easy to get off and on, especially.
Yes.
Yeah, no problem at all. That's one thing our boat doesn't have. And then you've got what? Wind generator?
That's a D400 wind generator.
Okay.
And it folds down if necessary. Winds get over 50 knots, you're supposed to fold it down. And then on the side here, we have 2 solar panels. They're $350 each, and they fold down. But we sail with them like that generally when we're offshore, so we get maximum solar power and wind generator. So it reduces our generator operating hours down to maybe 1 hour a day versus 4.
Yeah, that's good. All right, so coming back here into the cockpit, you got the dual helm, so you can walk right through, and it's really large and spacious in here.
Yes, and you have your instruments on both helms, so that there's no question of what's going on where. And the engine thing there, and this here, and your VHF, and both winches are electric.
Okay.
Right there, you have an anchor control. So my wife actually, who drives the boat whenever we're going into port or onto anchor, she will operate that and drop the anchor whenever she wants to.
Yeah.
And I don't have to do a thing to do it.
All right. And you do have a bow thruster there, I see?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's nice to have too, for sure.
Oh, it's essential.
Yeah. Okay. And then just lots of space up here. I mean, you could have 15 people here, so like you said, 13.
We had 18 at one time.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. All right. So coming forward on the deck, you do have the teak decks. I mean, it looks nice and pretty. Are they pretty? Are they difficult to maintain, or do you do much to them?
No, we don't oil them or anything.
Just let them go natural.
Let them go natural.
Okay.
Now this dinghy is on a cradle, but the cradle is a portable cradle. When you take the dinghy off, you just take the cradle apart and store it.
Store it. Okay.
Spinnaker Halyard puts the dinghy in the water.
Okay. So you really don't have to come up here to do much, I guess, right?
No.
Okay.
These lines are here only for storage.
So you got your windlass up here, and do you have a?
This windlass is operated in the cockpit.
Okay. Yeah. Nice. And then.
Yep.
And
That's
then
a 75-pound plow anchor, and the boat's designed for a 50.
Okay. Yeah, definitely more than you need. And so this, you have a staysail here, and so this is the 100% jib basically, and then you have a Jeanneau that's more than that.
That's a 150. This is a 100.
Okay. And so yeah, and heavier winds is nice. You don't have to deform your sail.
Right.
Okay. All right. So that is the outside. Now we're gonna head down into the salon.
Oh, it is at the V berth is somewhat of a storage area.
Well, everybody's got to have a storage area somewhere. So basically 2 cabins and a settee and all that up here.
Well, this here creates a wall. Is for a wall.
Ah.
And the wall is stored under this bunk.
Okay.
And when we are on passage, what we can do is create 2 staterooms.
Mm-hmm.
And if one, we have a head that's right behind you there, and another one over here.
Okay.
So we can completely seal this off, or we can have it partially open. Depends on what they want.
Right.
This is an over-under bunk.
Okay.
This comes up, and this becomes a bunk.
Ah. Okay. It's a double bunk there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then you have more up forward.
So we have the V berth up forward.
Okay. Great. Yeah. Pretty cool. All right. Yeah. No, that's definitely a good use of space there for sure.
This one has a single holding tank.
Okay.
And it's 84 gallons.
Wow, 84. That's a lot.
Yeah. So when you go to pump out, it's one discharge area. All toilets go into that. None of them go overboard.
Okay.
So
Well, you can pump.
you can pump through a macerator pump, which when you're offshore, you got a general macerator pump.
Yeah.
But otherwise, if a pump out boat comes to you, he goes to one spot, pumps you out, you're done.
The whole thing. Okay. And then, so this is a really big salon.
Yeah.
I mean, we were hanging out here last night on a few cocktails. Good time. And really, I mean, it's nice and comfortable down here.
Yeah. These cushions are brand new.
Yeah.
Or the covering. The generator has got 10 operating hours. It's a Northern Light, brand spanking
new. Okay. And then, of course, she's hard at work. Well, you're screwing around. She's over there working.
Well, that's generally the case.
Oh, okay. All right. And she's doing laundry over there too. Washer machine dryer. There you go.
And in here is also a trash compactor
Okay.
and a huge freezer.
Yeah. And then, so you get your nav station over here. It's kind of, yeah. So this is your office where you work.
Yeah, this is where it is. Yeah.
All right. Great. What kind of engine does it have in it?
Yanmar.
Yanmar. How many horsepower?
100.
100. Oh wow. Okay. And so the best for last, I guess, the master cabin's aft here.
Yes.
All right.
And in here is the Spectra water maker.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a nice big space back here. You got a couple little settees and
Oh, beautiful.
yeah. Oh, that's nice. King size bed.
Yeah.
Queen
Queen.
size.
And that's an exclusive shower right
Oh,
there.
it's just standalone shower. Okay. And then the head is there a
right
head?
here.
Oh, the head's there. Okay. All right. Yeah, this definitely would be a comfortable spot. All right. Well, Bill and Linda, thank you so much for showing me your home.
Well, thank you for coming over. It's very nice of you.
Yeah, and it's pretty remarkable. Y'all did the Salty Dawg. Thank you for doing that. Even though I can't do it this year, my sales will be here in time. Next year, I'll definitely would like to participate. So.
Great.
And I'm sure you guys will. So we'll link to the Salty Dawg if any people are interested in doing that. And then this boat is for sale.
Yes.
So we will link to that in the show notes as well. So your home can become somebody else's home and give them as many years as you had.
Yeah.
I just hope they enjoy it as much as we did.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks again, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you again to Bill and Linda for showing us their home, and thank you guys for your support and watching. It's patreon.com/sailingdoodles. Thank you so much.